guys, welcome back to Daily Diabetics. This week is freestyle. Throughout the video, you're gonna hear my dog squeaking his ball. He just got a new one and it's honestly really obnoxious and annoying, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. So if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I did a video recently just talking about life updates and kind of how I was feeling about certain things, and so I thought I could kind of do a video similar on this channel as well, but then talk more about the diabetes aspect of my life rather than just life in general. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A while back I asked on my Instagram like some things that you would want to hear me talk about, and some of the stuff was diabetes related, so I'm just gonna be going off that post and kind of looking at the diabetes stuff, just basically talking about my feelings on certain things and stuff like that. So let's get into this video. For something I want to talk about is how I handle certain comments people make regarding my diabetes. I personally don't get a ton of rude comments or anything about me having diabetes, which I feel kind of lucky to not get a lot of comments, because I know some people do, and that's totally wrong. No one should get hate or have people being rude to them for having something they can't control that they got. So when people do make rude comments, 99 out of 100 times I'm just gonna ignore it. There have been a few times where I've actually spoke up about it and said something, and it just depends on kind of what mood I'm in, but 99% of the time I will just ignore it and go on with my day, because I don't let things like that just ruin my day. There are better things in life to worry about. I only care about people's opinions who I love, like my family and friends and stuff. So I don't really care if I don't know these people, like if they're making these rude comments, I don't really care what they have to say. Next, I'm going to talk about exams, anxiety, stress towards low and high blood sugar during exams. I have not really had to deal with this a ton. I'm a freshman in high school, so I haven't really taken any big exams yet. In middle school, we had to do park testing, I think, and ISAT or something. It was like the stately test, yearly thing, and I would go high normally during it. Sometimes I go high during school. I never went low, so I didn't have to deal with lows during that, but I did go high, and honestly I don't really do anything different than I would on a normal day, because I have like a 504 plan, so I'm allowed to bring water in there. I'm allowed to check my phone, like my Dexcom, and I'm allowed to bolus. This year I know whenever I take the, what's it called, the PSAT, something like that, the practice SAT, I'm probably gonna have to go in a different room by myself, just because if my phone were to go off for a Dexcom alert, it wouldn't disrupt the whole entire class. More with anxiety stuff and stress. I stress out a lot about tests because I care about my grades, and I've just always been that way kind of. So grades are really important to me. I know my potential and I know that I can work hard and achieve high goals, so I expect highly of myself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I stress out over studying for tests and stuff just because I want to do good, even though in the back of my mind I know I'll do just fine. I just always work myself up about it. But as for going low and high during tests, I haven't had much experience with that yet. How do you stay strong during high blood sugar days, battles? I know I've struggled with those before. Those days are really hard, and once again, I've never really opened up hardly much at all about those tough days, because those are the times where it's like I'm not really open to talk about it. But I want to change that and want to start talking about it more, showing the rough days, because everyone goes through it. It's just that not everyone shows it. But I deal with it by just trying to not stress out about it, because it's only going to make my blood sugar go higher. I try not to worry too much and just get it down, focus on getting it down and doing everything I can, and also just trying to relax and kind of take my mind off it as well at the same time as trying to get it down. After I've done everything I can for now, I'll leave it be for a little bit and take my mind off it and stop thinking and stressing about it. Another thing I do is talk to people about it that can relate and just get it off my chest, kind of how I'm feeling. And I'm going to start sharing that on camera, because also talking to a camera is, I feel like, a way of relieving stress, because it's like you're talking to someone. If you've never done it, you probably wouldn't understand what I'm saying. But I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years now, and I can honestly say that it has helped me relieve stress and get things off my chest. And it feels good to talk about stuff that you wouldn't normally just sit down and talk about with people or have a conversation about. So I feel like I can open up to you guys and talk about stuff I wouldn't normally talk about to just anyone. And then the last thing I want to talk about is kind of how I've been mentally with my diabetes. So actually a week from today, I'm filming this on a Monday. Last Monday, I went to the doctor, and my doctor that I first chose when I was diagnosed 3 years ago moved to a different hospital, and that was like, I want to say at least half a year ago now. Each time I've seen a different doctor and haven't really liked anyone as much as her. She was my favorite. She's the one I chose out of the ones that I originally saw. So she was really, really nice. She helped me out a lot, and she was just amazing. I'm grateful that I had her, especially like first being diagnosed. She helped me out so much. But now it's like I'm trying to find a new doctor, and I've seen a different one every time. I haven't really liked anyone. The one I saw, not this past week, but the time before that, like 4 months ago, I would never go back to her. Like, she couldn't even remember like what insulin I was on. Like, I told her I was on Novolog, and then she like forgot it like 5 times. And she was just like so basic, didn't really get to know me or anything about my diabetes, and she was just like very general. So I would never go back to her. But the one I saw last week was absolutely amazing. Probably I even want to say I like her as much as my doctor that I had first. This was my first time ever seeing her, but she had looked at all my records, looked at my previous A1Cs, looked at my blood sugars from my Dexcom for the past 2 weeks, and analyzed the data. And she helped me make corrections to my dosages and my basal rates. And honestly, I think I finally found one that I'm gonna stick with. So that doctor is amazing. I think I'm really gonna like her. But I wanted to talk about how I've mentally been handling my diabetes and what I've been feeling. I wanna say last week was a pretty good week for me. We made some changes on my basal rates, and my numbers were probably the best they've been in actually a while. I was averaging around, I wanna say like 160s, which is pretty good for me at least. I know some people can stay at like 100, but that's just, I'm not there yet. I'm getting better than I was before, which is all that matters. If I'm going in the right direction, that's all that matters to me. But then I want to say these past few days have been kind of a bit more rough, because right now I spiked after lunch. I got over 300 again, which is something I'm trying to work on, is trying to not get over 300. And if I am, trying to get it down as quickly as possible, because my doctor said staying in those higher numbers, like over 300 for even an hour, can raise your A1C by a point, which is crazy and a little bit scary. So I've been trying to work really hard on high blood sugars, increasing my basal rate, and doing stuff to get it down as quick as possible. Not letting it stay up that high is what I mean by quick. Like, not letting it just stay there for hours. I don't mean quick like getting it to drop fast. I just mean not letting it stay super high for a long period of time. So I've been more mindful of my choices of bolusing, like when I'm bolusing, how much, increasing my basal rates, decreasing my basal rates, things like that. So I feel like I've been more mindful with my choices, but I also feel like I'm going through a bit of a burnout right now these past few days. I haven't really wanted to try as hard as I did last week, which I'm gonna try to get back into it. I think it's just a Monday, and it's like, okay, I really don't want to do this. This morning I woke up, I've been waking up with low blood sugar quite a bit, so I might need to make some more adjustments to my basal rate. But I woke up this morning low, and I honestly felt like crap. I did not want to go to school, and this happened last week too. I was almost about to stay home from school twice now in the span of a month, which is not normal for me. So I don't know really what's going on. I've been kind of feeling a little bit like not my best. I've been kind of feeling like crap. Today I felt not really the best, but honestly, you have to have these bad days to appreciate the good days. I know I say that a lot, but I really truly believe that. So that's kind of how I've been feeling about diabetes lately, and some of the questions you guys had for me and wanted me to talk about. If you have any other questions or things you want me to talk about, like on another freestyle video, leave it in the comments down below. And if I don't get it to it on this channel, I'll probably talk about it sometime on my channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video. I know it's kind of different than what I've normally done, but I did this type of video recently on my channel, and I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I think I'm gonna start doing a ton of videos like this, just talking to the camera, because it's like I said earlier, it's a big stress reliever. It's like talking to someone, getting things off your chest, and I really enjoy it. That's why I do YouTube. It's really just enjoyable and stress relieving. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.